You're watching Dr. Amira Sankofa. #DRASK. #Queen of Weirdos.
Death is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The cemeteries are full of people who've passed from a preventative illness. With the correct approach, you not only extend your chances of preserving your life, but you will improve the quality of your life with a natural approach. The earth provides energy healing herbs for the benefit of mankind.
Hello, I'm Amira Sankofa Kwali here at As Life Coaching Ministries. We're located at 1921 West Broadway. We've been in the healing business for over 20 years. To order my products, go to www.as314life.com. I'm available 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Namaste.
Hi, greetings. Hopefully I am being heard in this piece. Hello. Okay. So, any rate, today is definitely, I don't know, it's kind of one of those days where I just been really thinking about a few things on the terms of, a couple of gems I somewhat wanted to offer people who are in business and just your life in general, your everyday situation. And I've been up pretty much all night working on a few things. And I think again, and I do have to talk about this. I think a lot of people think that this is easy work, right? It's easy to be a business owner, especially like a healer or whatever. And I think a lot of you all think that it's easy, but I have to recreate myself over and over and over again. How you doing, Khadijah? What's going on with you? Hey, good morning to you. But a lot of people think that this is easy work because it's not like I'm driving into a facility of someone else's, but either I'm at home, either I can work from home. I have a couple of choices to either work from home or I have a choice to go into my healing center. Either way, it does take a lot of hard work because here I am recreating, like, for example, I'm adding to my website daily. I am marketing, okay? I have to get on here on these videos and talk to you guys here on the YouTube streets or Facebook streets or Instagram streets, or I'm constantly posting things, and I'm constantly jumping in and out of rooms here on social media, as well as doing cold calls. I actually do cold calls. I do cold emails, meaning sending people information. Hey, my name is Dr. Amira and I'm a holistic healer, blah, 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 blah. I'm doing that. And I am creating shirts. I'm creating what you call merch. Y'all call it merch. So I'm creating what I call, what I definitely have a name for. I know most people maybe not aware that I actually offer so-called merch, but what I call my particular situation, I certainly call it, Amira's Custom Designs. Okay. So I have my own custom designs. Okay. So I'm creating those shirts. I'm making those shirts. I'm selling those. I'm creating my own shirts. I'm getting these made. I'm taking monies that I have, putting it here to flip this to make this. I have my own mailing system that I have here. I'm creating mailing. I'm mailing things out personally. I'm not just going, and if I do go to the mail office, I'm just dropping this junk off. I don't no longer stand inside of the lines unless I have, like, if I may want a receipt other than the ones I have at home, because sometimes the printer can get jammed up. How you doing, Danny K? How you doing? Good morning to you. Being saying, yeah, I remember. That's cool. That's great. Yeah. Um, I'm no longer a part of anything. I'm just kind of on my own. But yeah, I definitely respect uh the brother. You know, I don't want to do any name drops here on my channel, but I definitely respect the brother. I definitely think, I pretty much think everybody pretty much on YouTube definitely has something to offer, and it's pretty cool energy. So nothing negative to say. I would never say anything negative about that particular person or anybody else for that matter, because I don't want to do that. It's negative. I don't want to do that. But definitely much respect. Definitely much respect. I definitely got a lot of respect. So anywho, uh what I am saying is that, and then I have to of course create certain products. And then you all know I have herbs, so I have my own farm, so I'm growing certain herbs I can grow inside of my home, and certain herbs I cannot. So I have to send that off to a family member of mine's, and they send it back to me. I let them know. So certain herbs, if I don't have a particular herb, then I have to outsource that. But I don't get my stuff off of Amazon. I certainly do not get my stuff off of Amazon. Okay, like some people do, and that's no disrespect. I don't get my herbs off of Amazon. Now I probably have gotten this lighting off of Amazon and my mic off Amazon for sure, but like most of my products are not coming from Amazon. Like stuff like lighting and even my computer, my computer, my printer came from Apple. My computer printer came from Apple. Even my printer came from Apple, and it's an HP, and it came from Apple. My computer came from Apple, right? Even my scale that I use came from the post office. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of different things that I have that I am putting out. Even my envelopes. I mean, just a lot of different things. It's a lot of work into owning your own business. It's more than just working for somebody. And I work very, very hard. I promise you. I have not had any sleep tonight. Look at my eyes. I have had no sleep tonight. None. I have not been asleep yet. I've been up all night, doing some finishing touches on a book that eventually I'm going to release. Okay, I'm an author. I'm a holistic healer. I get on YouTube, whether many people like yourself, your beautiful self, come here and listen to me, but either way, I'm on here promoting, right? So that's a lot, within itself. And then here I am also creating new products. Like, for example, this is my pain cream. Jeez. Whew. This is probably, see, it's my pain cream. Okay. I don't want it to waste out. Might have to put it back in the refrigerator. Anyway, so that's my pain cream, that I use for aches and pains. So I created myself. I didn't go to Walgreens or Walmart and purchase these things. These are items that I homemade myself. I make my own soaps. Okay. I make so the herbs. So if I'm making teas, I'm making my own teas with the herbs from my personal store, from my own store. I'm making my own herbs. I actually grow my own sage. You know what I mean? I got my sage. If I have to, crystals. Some crystals I found, and some crystals I mostly outsource my crystals. Now, let me not lie. Now, some crystals I have found. I have. But majority, and I can name on one hand what crystals I found. But for the most part, I have outsourced those crystals. I have a crystal dealer that I deal with, let's see, like my business cards, I make myself. I make my own business cards. I make my own. Well, this particular logo was made for me. Okay. And I have a flyer that you will see on prior videos. That's like this. I did design this, though. I did not make this course, I had to do my logo, but I designed this. Okay. I did that myself, and it takes a minute to get, and get done and things like that. Even my business cards I make myself. I create that myself. My website I made myself. Okay. If you go to my website, you can look at my website. I legitimately made my own website. Okay. I can't recall how long it took, but it did take some time. And I put a lot of effort into it because if originally I didn't have a website. Okay. I did not have a website. So if we go on to this website, we will see all these shirts. These are all the shirts that I've created. Okay. All these shirts. My mask I made. Okay. My shirts. This is not even my first shirt that I made. This is like a second shirt that I made. I had made another shirt some years ago, like about 5 years ago. It was ugly though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front and tell you and act like the shirt was cute because the shirt was ugly as hell. Okay. This hair stimulant, I made that. Okay. That's something that I created. I make my own black seed oil. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? Do you feel where I'm coming from, right? My herbal kits, my teas, my detoxers, I created myself. All this stuff. And then check this out. Check this out. I also do my own class. I pay for my own classes. I pay for my own classes so I can, get these certifications for my business to make, because a lot of times people be like, well, you're not certified to do that. So I have to get certified to do a lot of stuff. In becoming an herbalist, that costs money. In becoming a doctor of metaphysics, that actually costs money to do. To learn how to do elixirs. Well, I kind of already knew how to do some of this stuff, but it's still always good to have that certification, just in case. Even on down to my skin products, I made myself. This is a body whip that I made myself. This is a masculine. But, I've decided to might not put the oil necessarily in there because I don't want people to, I think because people use stuff on their face and I'm afraid I don't want people to break out from the oil, like even putting, so I'm kind of trying to I've done it for some people, sometimes I don't use it. Sometimes I don't put the particular smell good in there because I would like for people to not necessarily put on their face because I'm very conscious of that because some of us have sensitive skin and I'm very sensitive to that because I'm one of those ones with sensitive skin. Even my spiritual baths, I create myself. And to be honest with you, let me take it a step further. I have my own situation in here, and I create my own essential oils. I've outsourced some essential oils, but for the majority of my essential oils, I make myself. Can you enlarge the pictures on the shirts? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry. Give me a second, okay? Hold on. Let me enlarge. I will. Hold on. Let me go back to that, okay? Hold on. Okay. All right. Let me start with this shirt. Can you see it? Hold on. That's my second shirt that I've created. The other shirt, I would never ever sell that again. I would give that shirt away. Can you see that? Okay. So that's the shirt. That's my logo. I love that one, as you can see. I love all my shirts. I ain't gonna front, except for that one that I had back in the day. That one is ugly. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's really ugly. I wouldn't wear. I would probably wear. I got it, and I just kind of wear it to bed type of thing. Here's my mask. And actually, if you look right here, I have actually my own blazer that I created. No, I'm not selling the blazer because that's embroidery, and that's you already know that can be something else. Okay. Here's another shirt that I created. I'm not a witch. I know how to banish you. I made that shirt. I know it's like funny. It's like one of the funny, it catches my sense of humor. Okay. So hopefully you can see that shirt. Okay. That's one shirt. Okay. That's another. I said one shirt, like I'm not showing you more. Here's another one of my shirts. Woke up feeling witchy. Okay. All right. Made that myself. Here's another shirt. This Corona is stupid. You see it? This Corona is stupid. Okay. Shit, this take work. They get a certain size and yada, yada, yada. Here's another one. I survived a narcissist. That's the popular thing that's going on now, right? A lot of people, and it's the truth. It's not just a popular thing, but a lot of people are surviving narcissists. This is another one. I really love. This is one of my faves. I stay in my future, and you remain a part of my past. People like to. I really created that because I felt like that a lot of times people, when you are trying to heal, you're going through this healing process, right? You're going through this healing process, or you have healed and you've gotten over certain things and you have moved on with your life. People that know you back when you did this or when you did that, they'll be like, well, dang, well, you used to do this, and girl, I remember I don't want to talk about what I used to do. I mean, that gets on my nerves. Sometimes it can be funny, and I guess it's for shits and giggles for most people. I mean, most people probably think that's funny, but sometimes I just don't want to talk about, my past. I like to talk about my future and what I'm doing now and how excited I am and the journey that I'm on right now. Here's another shirt. This shirt, every business owner should have this shirt. I'm telling you, it speaks volumes. Okay. A lot of too many people. Can I add a what? Can I add something to shirts? Can I be honest with you? No, I don't want to. I don't want to add anything to the shirts because that's a lot. It's a lot of work. It was a lot of work to do the shirts that I did. I know it looked easy, but it's a lot of work to do to the shirts. I doubt I would add anything. I'm not gonna front. I ain't gonna front. Can I add a Zodiacs? Well, I'm going to actually make some Zodiac sign shirts. Yes, I'm actually in the works of making that, but I'm not doing it right now. I will later. I definitely would like to do that anyway, but I'm trying to get these out the way first, or at least get more people to buy them. I'm trying to sell out of these so I can create more, and then I'll make some more. You know what I mean? I don't want to overdo it. Here's another favorite one of my shirts. It's called Sage That Fool Away. And you see my sage, that's my own personal sage. Okay. And here's some buttons that I also created. They're like 1 inch. They small. That's why I'm selling them for $2. And here's a book I also made. This is a manifestation book with a manifesto pen. And this is like a little set. Okay. Excuse me. So what comes with this is a manifestation book. You can write in a manifesto pen with dragon's blood resins and 10 ancestry money at $100. So they're $100. So it's $100 bucks of 10. Okay. All right. And that's all. You're getting all of that for $25.99. Okay. And the shirts are really reasonable. And I also have these little handy dandy doodads, right? So that's like all of my little designs that I have as far as the I guess you call it merch, but they're Amira's custom designs. So those are things that I custom design right now. So again, I have stuff dealing with women's health, powdered herbs, loose herbs, herbal liquids, flowers, all kind of sages, different types of sages here, yomi eggs. I have almost every imaginable sage that you can possibly think of, on down from the chakra ones, on down from the Jupiter sage smudge sticks, the Jupiter loose sage. I have a lot of different loose sages too. These are all my sages and burn items, as well as the loose cedar sage. And I also have, I think I have this. Do I have the 6 ones? I think I do too as well. And I also have the 9-inch sages, okay? And I have the regular size, the 4 to 5 inch sages as well. And I also have the white sage with the flowers on them. And here's my personal one that I'm using, right? It's gonna look a little, because I'm using it right now, okay? So I have those, and I also have the chakra sages, and I have green matcha citrus candles, and I have like the relit candles where you can just put them in a little bowl, where you can put them in the heating lamp, and it'll keep relighting. And it has like it has a lemongrass smell. I really should put lemongrass on here so people know what the hell it is. I think a lot of times I should have did that. I'll do that later. I have incense wooden tray holders. I have cedar sage, like I just told you. I have desert desert sage sticks. I have the Yoruba Santa sage sticks. I have the successful powder. I have the ancestry money, rosemary sage, the sweetgrass sage braids. I have the frankincense resins, dragon's blood, and I have the dragon's blood resins, the copal resins. I mean, sage, eucalyptus stick, lavender kind, the dragon's blood sage, the blue sage smudge stick, the black smudge sage stick, the Palo Santa wood powder. I also have the stick as well. See right here in the loose y'all get what I'm saying. And then I got wholesale items as well. You get what I'm trying to say. This is a lot of work. Okay, this is not like, I know a lot of people have like some things on their website, but I have over a gazillion things on my website that's up for grabs, like even including my specialized services and readings that I offer, from $5.99 all the way up to like $550, because I do teach courses and helping people to get certified in some things. I mean, all this stuff, all this work, this real work that I do, this is becoming a holistic healer. That's why this is a holistic business setup. This is helping people getting people married. I'm certified to marry people, So I'm going to stop sharing. Boom. You get the point I'm trying to make. My mask is $10.99. How do you correctly button sage at your supposed to be open the window? Well, a lot of people sage differently. I know I've seen people sage, they have their windows open and stuff like that. I mean, I don't. Everybody sages differently. I'm just gonna tell you that. And I even sell these things. I sell different types of feathers. I sell the peacock feathers, and I also sell these type of feathers as well. This is my own personal one, so of course it's not gonna be as pretty as the ones I will give you, but different people sage different ways. I don't sage with my windows open per se, because I want to feel all of that. I want to be doused into the sage, especially if I'm experiencing negativity or having to talk to certain clients. And certain clients, it's not that they're evil or bad or that kind of energy, but sometimes certain clients can have a hard time and be battling something. And so because of that, I would certainly hence burn the sage. So to answer your question, different people sage differently. Masker $10.99. Let me make sure I'm reading all of your comments. Let me see. Yeah, so that's on those terms. I would like to so on those terms, so yeah, everybody has okay, let me see. How do you correctly button sage at you supposed to open the window. Yeah. So again, different people sage, and I don't know. I sage differently. I'm not the typical holistic healer. I do take classes for a lot of these things. I've taken classes for a lot of these things, but at the same time, keep in mind that a lot of things that I come into the fruition of old school learning, not just because of these updated classes that they're offering within the past 10 years or so, but I also grew up with this energy, with this type of energy of saging and different things like that. So I don't sage typically, and I don't go about every rule. I understand and know the rules, but I don't go with every rule. Again, like some healers, like if you would talk to uh, some healers would tell you to wear white. I mean, I don't have to wear white because white is not, people say that white is a purifying color, but for me, it's not. This is what you'll do with this. So I do sell those shells, the ear shells. I'll show you on my website, and you just fan it like this with the sage, and you'll have it in the shell. My shell is upstairs. I'm not running up there and get it, but I have my incense, my not incense, but my sage is upstairs, and I have a feather up there as well, along with my bowl. I will show you my bowl. Okay, let me go to my website. I will show you the bowl that I have. Boom. Okay. So let me find the bowl. Okay. All righty then. Let's get concentrated on this. Okay. Products. Okay. Spiritual, metaphysical. Okay, so it will be under metaphysical items. And it would be called, here is the bowl that I was telling you about. So these is a pretty nice size. Well, my ruler is upstairs. So it's about 5 to 6 inches, give or take. They have some in a larger format, but I certainly have that kind. I mean, so anyway, I like those. You can get a kit. You can certainly get it inside of a kit. I have the kit for those. This is normally how this would look. If you get the standard size, 5 to 6 inches versus my 9-inch ones, you can certainly still get those. You can still use those. But this is really, to be honest with you, this bowl right here is for my 9-inch one. I just use it. But I ran out. This is the 9-inch sage that's gone. Okay. So this is what you get. But I got more stuff to come in it. It's not all shown here. A serpentine crystal wand, which is on my altar over there. A negativity spray. A medicine healing bag. And the shell. A smudging feather. And the white sage. And written prayer. And meditation necklace. Okay. So that's what I was telling you about. Okay, let me get off of here. All right, let me go back to where I need to go to. So anyway, that's how the feather works. So nevertheless, I work very hard. Is the point I'm trying to make. And then on top of doing all that, I have to take care of my family, cook, clean, because I don't do a dirty house. I have to clean here, clean my business. I have 2 different electric bills. I have electric bill here, and I have electric bill at my healing center. Okay. I have to pay the rent here. I have to pay the rent at the healing center. It's not cheap. Okay. I have cellular phone bills. Okay. I have cellular phone bills. All right. I have to pay for ink. I have to pay for paper. I'm just keeping it real. I have to pay for envelopes. Envelopes that require envelopes like this, and different ones from the post office, right? Ones that may require you to place them in storage. I mean, for you to, if you have an item that may be too hot or too cold, you have to place it in there. I have to create my own products. You know, some of my products require extra items, and I have to make those, right? So, for example, I have a sea moss tea that does require different items that's out of the scope of the herbs. It's not just sea moss, but it contains other ingredients. I have to create those myself. I have to use certain types of fruit to put in there. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Then I have to make these cold calls. Then I have clients that I have to deal with. I have to take care of my husband. I have to take care of my household. Clean, sweep, mop, vacuum. Then I gotta use the bathroom. Then I gotta sleep. You know, I gotta sleep sometimes, you know. I have to eat sometimes, you know. I have to run people places sometimes. Sometimes I might have to take my grandson. Now I'm a grandmother too, y'all. So I may have to do that. So, you know, I have to pay for advertisement, and I have to do advertisement myself. I got a little sage on my printer. I have to do some advertisement for myself. Oh, I gotta do advertisement for myself. Or if I, you know, I'm not the best at it, I have to outsource someone. I have to pay them to do it. You know, it just requires a lot of work. This is not like sitting at home and just chilling, you know, just chilling and waiting on shit to happen, because shit is not gonna happen. Then I have to do the whole pray about word of mouth, you know, get people to do word of mouth. Daily add to my website, create and reinvent myself. This is a lot of hard work. And I think that a lot of times people underestimate this because it's a healing business, and people think because it's a healing business that it's easy, and it's not. Because then you have to pay for the education, then you have to pay for certain licenses or certifications, and just different things that you have to do. And then you have to pay for your website. Then you have to, again, like I said, the promotions, the marketing, you got to do all of that stuff. And then you damn near, I don't get any freaking sleep. And then I have to have, you talking about social life? What freaking social life? I don't have a freaking social life. The most I'll probably do, me and my husband will probably make ourselves go and do things, not because we don't like each other, we love each other, but we're both workaholics. So we'll find ourselves having to go and do things, you know. We'll end up having to do things, you know, schedule things together. Then when you got the corona, and we're in the midst of a pandemic, right? So on top of which, we have a pandemic, and although we're in the middle of a pandemic, we still got to pay our rent. We still got to pay for my healing center. You know, I still got to do inventory. Did I tell you about inventory? I got a whole thing of inventory over there that I have to finish. I've done most of my inventory. Then I have more inventory coming today that I have to do. Okay. This shit ain't easy. This shit is not freaking easy. I can send you my flyer. Here, I'm gonna put my email in here. I appreciate that very much. If you could email me, you can email that email address. I will respond. Just send me, say, hey, this me. And I'll just send you my flyer from there. So it takes a lot of hard work, y'all. This is not freaking easy. And then have to get on YouTube, which I'm not all the way comfortable with. I've been on YouTube on and off for years, for probably, I think like 5 years, I think something like that. But I have not really been active on it because like I said, I'm still trying to get used to the whole concept of speaking on the video. And yes, I've been on radio shows, I've done interviews, I've done speaking engagements and things like that, public speaking, but I don't necessarily like public speaking, but I know that I have to do it. It's something that I have to do. You know what I'm saying? As a healer, as a person that I am, I have to do it. So I do it anyway. It's not something that I really like doing, but I do it, you know. Um, so I've had speaking engagements when I went and spoke about what the heck I'm doing. Um, email me. Is it email me? Okay, I'm gonna shoot. How do I copy paste? Let me see how I'm gonna copy paste that. So anyway, so I wind up having to do that, public speaking. Then at times I have to go. Okay. All right. I'm trying to what I'm trying to do is trying to copy that. All right, so I will send that out. Okay, and then constantly reinventing yourself, and then then like I said, having balls or cojones, or same thing as balls, right? Or having ovaries. I got them, but or using the ovaries that I have and forcing myself to stand up on here on YouTube and get on these videos and do these damn videos and talk to you guys, which I like talking to you guys, but it's just it's still weird though. You know what I mean? So doing that, creating my own invoices, just guys, just trust me when I tell you about owning your own business. Is much more work than work for somebody, because I worked my whole entire life, and I'm telling you, even in working in my whole and even working for someone else my whole entire life, I've always kept a job. I've kept a job since I was 15 years old, and I'm telling you, it is not a walk in a freaking park. Okay, and working for somebody else, because it's just people telling you what to do, dealing with the chaos of it and everything. I mean, don't get it twisted. This is not really, I love what I do. It's because it's not necessarily as much work as it would be. In a sense, what makes it a good thing is because the fact that I love what I do. So that is the difference between me working for someone else versus working for myself, because I actually love what I do and I don't take it for granted in no way, shape, or form, And I love to help people. I love to help people. I love the freedom, some of the freedoms of it. Okay, I love somewhat of the freedoms of it, but at the same time, people think because you're at home, that you supposed to, that you can stop what you're doing all the time and go and help them with their bullshit. You know what I mean? That's how people think your family think. They're like, well, mama, you at the healing center, or wife, you at the healing center. Can you bring me? I left my lunch at home. Do you mind bringing me my lunch? Of course, you want to be a good wife. And of course, as a good wife, I'm going to bring my food up here, bring my husband up here to food. I'm sending it to you right now. Okay, I probably did it better. But of course, I have to stop what I'm doing to go and tend to family and loved ones and things like that. And then, a lot of times the first thing people want to do is, your family or people that knew you back in the day, associates or friends, whatever, they want a discount. That's the first thing out their mouth. Can I get a discount? Is there a way I could possibly get a discount? Hell no, I can't give you no discount. Do you know how much I paid for these damn shirts? Do you know how much I had to, how long it took me to grow these herbs, how long it took me to do this, or how long it took me to do that? You know what I mean? It took a lot of time for me to do that. It's a lot of time, effort, and it's not an overnight. It's not an overnight process, with all these different changes, and it can be very taxing on you. It can be very taxing, and it's not easy. With having to do all the things that my life is not easy. I mean, I love my life. I don't want anybody else's life, but it's not easy. And the first thing people want to yell and do, ask for discounts. No, I'm not doing no damn discount. You know how much money I put into this particular product? Do you understand? Even with this, making of this, you know, man, I'm just telling you, it's a lot of work. I promise you. Even the YouTube setup, having to get lights, have to get the professional lights. It's dull in here. Y'all notice these videos that I've been pumping through here lately. I've been having some good lighting. I didn't have no good lighting at first. My lighting sucked. And these damn lights cost some money. This mic was just like $40, but still, nevertheless, it's still a freaking mic, It's still a freaking mic. It costs $40. And then I got, and then guess what? Today I washed my phone. I mean, this is an 8. Thank God this is an 8. Thank God this is the 8 and not the SE. But I had to put this damn phone. I put this damn phone in the wash machine. I don't know. I'm exhausted. Put the damn phone in the wash machine, trying to wash clothes, wash my damn phone. And of course it still works. I mean, it still works. There's nothing wrong with it because it's waterproof. But still, just think if it had been this damn phone. Just imagine if it had been this damn phone. I'd have been assed out. I would have had to buy me another phone. So it's not easy being cheesy. As I say. And then it's still things that even as a business owner that you feel like you don't have. I have so much stuff in my healing center, and I have so much stuff between 2 different places. I have stuff here. I have stuff in my healing center that I use, within my business, then I have stuff, and then I have ideals that I want to do, and I'm still coming to fruition. Just like I designed these cards, and they did not turn out the way that they were supposed to, and now they have to get redone. That's time is money, and that costs money that didn't necessarily work out to the way it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Now I got to use it for something else. The pitfalls of being a business owner. I don't sit around here all day, be sitting up on this in YouTube. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do to get on YouTube to depress. I mean, not depress, to relax, to laugh. That's why I said I'd be telling people I really don't want to deal with drama and crazy stuff, because I just really come on YouTube to relax, to laugh, to have fun. And if I have, and to promote my business, I'm on here for 1 or 2 things: promoting my business, or / channel, right? And the second thing that I'm on here for, like I said, is for shits and giggles. So what else? Oh, my gems. I was talking about I'm dropping gems. Okay, so I dropped the gems on the business. I basically told you enough to get people to understand about business. This shit ain't easy. And then my healing center is not like around the corner. It's a little ways. So I have to get in my vehicle and drive, I have to get in my vehicle. Then we have to maintain our maintenance on both of our vehicles. Everyday life stuff, pay insurance on the business and the healings and the cars and stuff like that. Thank God my vehicles are paid for, but still, man. Woo. What else was I gonna say? Oh, shit ain't free. So hell no. The moral of the story is no discounts. I'm not doing no discounts. Every now and then I might do like a special sale. I do have a particular person that I deal with exclusively that that does not pay for services because they cannot afford services, but it's only one person. But I can't do everybody like that. That is ridiculous. I can't do that. And I don't talk to that person all the time. They can't call me all the time now. Come on. But you know, it takes a lot of energy, and then it takes a lot of energy to deal with people. It does. You have to be able to be a damn near a politician. You have to be political with them because you don't want to insult people. I don't want to, first of all, I don't want to insult people. I don't like, number one, I don't like hurting people's feelings. I don't like my feelings being hurt, right? So I don't want to hurt anybody else's feelings. I've done enough of that in my past, in my life. I've hurt enough people that I don't want to continue on into my 40s and hurting people's feelings. I don't want to do that. So I'm not here to hurt people's feelings. I'm just here to tell people the truth, but I don't want to hurt people's feelings. So it takes a lot of work. I'm telling y'all, I promise. So when in developing not just your business, but let's go further. Let's go off of business and let's just talk about a couple of things on the terms of knowing your worth, which kind of deals with your business, but not just learning and knowing your worth with your business, but also knowing your worth in these relationships. Because I think a lot of times people don't appreciate you. I remember when I was in an organization, and today was one of those days that one of the people from the organization asked me if I could go back and look for something that they had back in the day that was going to help them to go further in their career within the organization. Do you understand how much time that takes? And I had to charge them because I'm like, look, that's a lot of work for me to go back and look for some shit, and I have other shit that I have to do. So, knowing your worth. Charging people, you have to charge people for stuff. Knowing your worth, because people will waste your freaking time. They will waste your freaking time. I got something got up in my sage, probably. People will waste your freaking time asking you, nonsense, and then they don't purchase the item necessarily, or just asking you or just asking you to waste your time, like that particular entity. I had to go back and look for some stuff and do this. And then I started going down and I'm looking through all this stuff. I was in this organization for probably like 15 years, a very long time. And so I go down the list. I'm going back to this time, 2012, 2009. I was in this organization in 2009, 2006. I'm going all the way down and finding all this stuff. And I was like, dang. And I look at all the work and all the things I put in. And I was like, damn, this shit was for free. I thought about all that. And I was like, I could take all of that stuff that I did in this organization and put this very thing into my own business. I work very hard in the organization for free. And people have this mentality that you always should do things for free. And, it's for the people. But the people, as long as they can get something for free, they're going to treat it as if it's for free. And they're not going to value you and take you seriously. And it's important. I remember listening to this interview on Drink Champs with LL Cool J. And LL Cool J was saying, it's not about you being braggadocious. He said something to the effect, don't quote me on it, but he said something to the effect of, understanding what your worth is. People don't understand what your worth is. People always try to take advantage of the things that you do for them. And then I look at this organization to this day and they ain't shit now. All bullshit aside, but they ain't shit now. They're not really progressing. Why? Because I'm not there anymore. Because of all the work and all the time, the monies, and all this other type of stuff that I put into this particular organization. They got all my good works and all my good time and all my energy and all my age and everything that I've done effectively. I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm not ever putting my all into something. That's even in a relationship. What I do like about my husband is that he do at least appreciate the things that I do. He don't take for granted. I give an example. Like, for example, when I'm I cook. My husband is hungry. He a little bitty guy, but he still eat. That little joker can eat. And he want 3 meals a freaking day. Okay. So that means I'm preparing breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guys. So, but what my husband does do sometimes to show me he appreciate, he'll at least wash dishes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He'll at least wash some dishes. He might not wash them the way that I feel like he should wash them, but nevertheless, at least he attempts to. At least he's showing me something like, "Hey, babe, I appreciate you." Um, you know, and understanding what your worth is. If your person, if you work really hard, you working 20 jobs, or you working a job, and you as a man, and let's say your wife stays at home, out of the way, and she doesn't even attempt to clean up the house, then I mean, you gotta somehow show certain forms of appreciation toward each other, because if you don't, it's not gonna work. I mean, people take people for granted all the time. Like they're always going to be here, even in life, just in general, as in life. People take people for granted. People think, I just tell her tomorrow. I tell her I love her tomorrow, but she going to be here tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? No, you might miss that person. If I had my mother who raised me, I remember the last words I told her. The last words I told my mother? The last words I told my mother, I said, "Happy Mother's Day." And guess what, y'all? First of all, I had forgotten Mother's Day was that day, because I would have brought her a card. Secondly, she was in the hospital, hooked up to some machines. I mean, she was, and then she had Alzheimer's. So she was her brain by then was not, I mean, she didn't know who I was, y'all. She didn't even know who she was. Her brain by then was has faded away somewhat, And the last words I told my mother was "Happy Mother's Day." We take those words for granted. I told my biological mother this year, "Happy Mother's Day," but, that's fine. But, to have my mother who raised me here, we take for granted those words. We take people for granted, and we take things that someone's just going to be here, and people just going to be here forever. And we could just put it off tomorrow. Well, I'll just do that tomorrow. But tomorrow may not ever get here, And meanwhile, you sitting and waiting, and it'll never be done. So it's really sad. It's really sad to not to be able to have that time back. And just think about, okay, so let's get on that. Think about all the time that I wasted in this organization. Think about all the time that you wasted in these different relationships. And yes, the theory is that, yes, that's a part of your spiritual pathway for you to understand, so you can get to from point A to point Z, right? But at the same time, even sometimes, okay, let me be honest with you, even as a spiritual healer, even as a holistic healer, even as a doctor of metaphysics, right? Even as that, we still have to be honest. And that sometimes we tell each other that bullshit. Sometimes we'll say, well, this is a part of my spiritual path. Sometimes that be some bullshit, though. Not all the time, but sometimes that be some bullshit. Because if you already know that this is some bullshit, but you continuously stay in this shit when you could just be somewhere else really doing something better with your time. 5 minutes that you wasted talking to this joker and explaining to this person about what it is that you need to, that they already know, but they just want to hear you talking and wasting your time and to just frustrate you. Because sometimes people just like frustrating you. I'm just going to be honest with you. Sometimes I found that people like and enjoy frustrating you. And you'll spend all that time and explain to them XYZ, right? And meanwhile, for free. Meanwhile, they will go to somebody else, your competition, or go to somebody else and ask them that very thing. And they know, and off the chain and off the rip, they got to pay to get that service, to get that question answered. Okay. But then yet they'll come to you for free. That's bullshit. That's some bullshit. I'm telling you. And so you have to be mindful about your time. You have to be mindful about your energy. You have to be mindful about wasting space. Like all the times that I've wasted my freaking time, like even being in this organization, even being a part of this situation, I could have been spending that valuable time with my mom who died, I could have been there spending time with her, connecting with her, developing a better relationship with her before she died. Not that we had a bad relationship, we didn't, but you know, it's certain things that, you know, I might have missed out on her trying to tell me things, you know. I missed out. I feel like I missed out. And I'm not saying I regret it, but what I am saying is that looking back on it, it was definitely certainly wasted time. And was it a part of my spiritual journey? Not that part of it. I don't believe that was part of my spiritual journey, but I believe it was a part of my spiritual journey to join this organization, to meet my husband, and to go to some of the things that I went through. However, still, you know, there's still a such thing as free will. There's a free will to get the fuck out, you know, to get the fuck out, to get the fuck up and move out and do with the things that you know you need to do. You know, instead of procrastinating and staying around and waiting for the bomb. You know, I want to say that, you know, because sometimes, you know, that's one of those words, waiting for something to fall on top of your head. I'll say that. Let's use that word instead. Let's use that phrase instead of what I was going to say, the BOMB word. You know, I won't say that. But waiting for this big ass damn box to drop on your damn head in order for you to get it. That's what a lot of these relationships. Think back to a lot of relationships that you had with different people, your intimacy relationships, where you felt like, you know, you trying to force something to work that just fucking wasn't working. And you standing and you looking at this joker like, oh, I love you. And this motherfucker looking at you. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting raw in here. But this motherfucker is like, look at this, looking at you. You looking at them and they like, this is bullshit. You know, you looking at them and they don't even like your ass, first of all, let alone they love you. Love their dirty draws, but they don't give a fuck about you. And think about all those times when you wasted time and energy and all monies that you could have kept in your pocket from paying half of the damn bill, where you could have been having your ass at home at your mama house and saving your damn money to get you a better apartment and not living in those conditions that you may have been living in. Let's be honest. Think about all that damn shit. Think about if you have children. Think about the times when you dragged your children from house to house to house to house because you trying to you know, chase somebody down, you know, and you trying to make something work that just fucking wasn't working. Think about all those times and just think about the times that you was on this raggedy ass job that didn't respect you, that didn't love you, that didn't have that when you tried to take off because somebody in your family had passed away and they basically told you can't take off, they need you at work. I'll be damned, you know, who the hell want to experience that and keep going through that in life and not being somewhere where you're not going to be appreciated, right? I'm being honest. You know, who wants to go through that? Who wants to keep going through that and people playing with your emotions? You know, these jobs, see, it's not just relationships or certain people in your lives that play games, you know, like your intimacy partners. But you know, you also have sometimes your damn children playing games. Sometimes not only your children are playing games, but you know who else playing games? These damn jobs, these damn bill collectors, all this shit. It just can be a rip the fuck off. And you going through all these changes, experiences in life, and everybody and people are hair turning gray and dying of heart attacks and strokes and having anxiety attacks and having high blood pressure and aneurysms and shit. Who the fuck want to keep experiencing that shit, huh? Nobody. So, you know, procrastination. So, you know, because of sometimes we procrastinate in getting out and away from these damn people. That's what happens. And we forget what our worth is. Because energy costs. Energy costs. You sitting here is costing you money. Listening to me. It costs. And that's why I'm trying to do my best to be valuable, to give you certain valuable things within your time frame, because you could be doing something fucking else. So I have to give you certain valuable things to make you think about things, to give you some kind of freaking value for you to be sitting up here listening to my black ass, right? So it just gets old after a while, you know. It gets old on always having to keep explaining to people, hey, I'm worth this. Hey, look at the value I bring to your life. that's what a lot of things, that's on these jobs, that's in these relationships, that's within our own freaking families. Okay. Sometimes our own family don't even see our damn worth. And we have to fucking die for somebody. I'm just being for some of them to fucking see our value. Oh, mom was value. Yeah, after I fucking died. How about that? Why the fuck I had to die for you to see my value? For you to see that I'm here when you need me, when you may need to be picked up. You might need a freaking babysitter, or you might need a ride somewhere, or you may have to go to school or something, and I have to wake you up as an alarm clock because you don't never hear your damn alarm clock. I'm just talking about things that I've experienced with my children, right? You'll never hear your freaking alarm clock, you know? Or you may need food, you need breakfast, you need money, you know, you need clothing allowance, all these beautiful things that, you know, we offer as parents and even as children. Even as children, we offer a lot to our parents as well, especially when your parents get older, right? Or if your parent has a handicap or whatever the case is, when you have, you know what I mean, your parents get older, and after a while, we're end up being our own damn parents to our own damn parents, you know, and we taking care of our parents. It's not a thing where you feel like you're not doing enough for and sometimes you feel like it's not enough. And sometimes it'd be nice sometimes for a child to say thank you. And that's why we have to teach our children thank you, to say thank you. If we do something for them. And yes, as a parent, it is our responsibility to maintain our children, make sure our children are responsible, to make sure our children have clean clothes on their back, to make sure their hair is combed, to make sure that they have, you know, can eat, to make sure that they have glasses, that they need glasses, to make sure all of their needs are made, basically. Food, shelter, clothing, water, you know, a roof, you know, shelter, meaning a roof over their head, right? We have to make sure that, and they have their own beds, you know, to make sure that they have all of these things, to make sure that they have the basic needs as well as the extra things that they need, because we want them to have enriched future, because we don't want them selling drugs, and we don't want them doing illegal things in order to get this money. So we work twice as triple times hard to get our families out there into the world, to get our children out there in the world, because, you know, the world is not good. The world is not a nice place. And then we're instilling these values and these morals and all these different things into our children, into our seeds, the things that we have passed down from traditions, and certain things that we learned along the way because of our own experiences, right? So all that shit is time. All that shit is time. All that shit is and my father calls it an investment. You know, my father told me that I was one of his best investments in life. You know, and I was like, he used to always tell me that when I was coming up. He always told me that. He still tells me that to this day. And now I understand what he's talking about. At 47 years old, I finally understand what my father is talking about when he talks about investments, about what an investment is and how valuable, you know, children are, and how valuable adults are, and how valuable people are in general. And that's why we can't waste our time on stupid shit all the damn time. I don't want to waste my time on stupid shit no more. I just don't. I don't want to sit up and be talking to anybody about nonsense, about dumb shit. It's not paying me. It's not a value to my family. My husband, I remember I used to sit when I used to I was where was I at? I think I was looking at this video. I can't recall what the name of the video was. I really want to tell you, but I can't think. If I could think of it, I would tell you. But it was like one of these little silly videos. It wasn't even a comedy video, but they was basically telling it was like one of those documentaries, and don't get it twisted. I was one of those documentaries. I love documentaries, but it was a document of non-substance. It had nothing to do with anything that could help me to further my life along, or any use. It was useless information, basically. Okay, so I'm sitting online looking at this damn documentary on YouTube, and my husband just kind of walked across me. He's like, "What you doing, babe?" I said, "I'm just watching this documentary," and he was like, "What is it on?" Oh, I think it was on some type of animal. It was on a type of animal that is no longer, I think it was a dinosaur one. I want to say it was a dinosaur one. I have no use for that. He's like, "Baby, why are you watching that? You don't even give a damn about no damn dinosaurs. You don't even really believe in dinosaurs for the most part. So why are you watching some shit you don't give a damn about that doesn't really hold water for you in your future? You could be doing something else. And I was like, damn, I wasted 30 minutes watching this freaking video on some goddamn dinosaurs. I'm not an archaeologist, and I don't give a damn about no damn dinosaurs. It has nothing to do with my life. It's not going to better my life. It's not going to add any enrichments toward it or anything like that. What I should have done if I was going to, be interested in the dinosaur, then I should have clicked paste and found it and gave it and sent it to my grandson, because that is something that's a field that he's interested in. You know what I'm saying? So I should have passed it on to him. That wasn't for me to be sitting up there watching that shit, because it's not going to do anything for me. It'll do something for him. And then let him tell me about it, But, the point is, I think we wasted a lot of time, in doing things. And I know I've wasted a lot of time, and it's time that I just fucking can't get back. I can't get back fucking 5 minutes, of my time and doing some of the dumb shit I've done in my life, and it's not about regrets. It's not saying that I regret this or regret that, or I'm unhappy because of some of my past choices. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that we have to remember how valuable we are. That's what I'm saying. The really gem of this conversation is our value. Our value. We really mean something. And because we really mean something, we matter. You all, everybody on here matters. And we have special goals and things that we're supposed to be doing, but we can't do them if we're not valuing ourselves, because we're asking people to value us, to respect us, to understand the point that we're coming from, and understanding what our point of on this earth is. Well, how can we tell people to respect me when you don't respect your own damn self, when you don't show and act like you know that you're valuable? Right? If we don't act like we know we're valuable, what the fuck is the point? You might as well sit your ass down and go somewhere and sit the fuck down. I'm just saying, and I'm not sitting the fuck down, because I know that I'm very valuable. I know that I bring a lot to relationships. I know for a fact that I bring a lot to this world. I bring a lot to my clients' lives. I know for a fact, which is why they're gonna pay me. I know for a fact that I bring a lot to my husband's life. I know I'm an excellent fucking wife. I know that I'm a fucking excellent healer. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm an excellent mother. I do really good with my children. I am there when it counts. You understand what I'm saying? And I might be hard on them. I might tell them that is, that it's not the most intelligent thing that you've done. But you know what? Damn it, I'm still here for you, and I'm still gonna ride for you, and I'm still gonna see it through. And I've never abandoned you, not one time. Anytime that you needed me, I showed up. I would go and drive from out of town to come and be with you. Or if you needed that $500, if you needed $1,000, I done sent you that money. Now you got to pay me back though, because I'm not gonna keep spending no money. You got to pay me back now, because children will never value if you don't force them to pay you back when they're grown. But that's another story. But again, I'm very valuable, and I'm a valuable person that I can bring a lot to my grandchildren. And I'm valuable that when we do finalize this adoption, I know for a fact that I'm valuable to this child. And don't get me wrong, everything that I said about me being valuable to all these different sources and all these different people, they're just as valuable to me than I am to them. How about that? What you got to say about that? It ain't just about me being valuable, but it's also them being valuable and me not wasting their time. Me giving them the time and the energy that they require in that moment or from now on. How about that? So that's my gym. That's all I got. I'm going to log off of here. I just had to express myself today in reference to dropping a couple of gems. I think it's so important. I know that I do talk a lot about business. I know I talk a lot about business. I know I talk a lot about how, difficult or how it's not easy having your own business. I know that I talk a lot about relationships. I know that I talk a lot about certain things from my former lives, right? I know that I talk a lot heavily about money. And I know that I talk a lot about adoption. I know I talk a lot about I know I vent a lot. I know I drop a lot of things, but it's important that I do so because I want to let everybody know how to get their lives enriched and to enrich other people's lives and how important it is to do that and not just waste time. I talk about time and wasting time. I don't want to waste time no fucking more. You know how much time I wasted? I wasted enough time in certain aspects of my life. But I mean, hey, I'm here. I made it through, right? That's the important thing. But I just want people to learn. I've learned from my so-called errors, and I also have learned, and I want others to learn from my errors that I've made in my life, which is why I tell people certain errors that I've made in my fucking life. That's why I tell people about them, because I want others to learn about them. I'm the type of person where if it's a puddle, now I might fall in the puddle, okay? And I'm going to look at you and I'm going to say, hey, don't fall in this damn puddle. You see I just fell in this puddle? I don't want you to fall in the very puddle I just fell into. So the next time we walk across that puddle, I want to lay out something so we can either step over it or catch it before we get to it. You know what I mean? And I want to learn from my mistakes. I want other people to learn from my mistakes is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming in. I appreciate you listening to me. I want you to have a blessed day. I want everything to work out in your life. And I want you to definitely think about the time that you could be doing something else than to dealing with, nonsense, and sometimes we have to, you already know this. I'm telling you something you already know, but I'm a reminder today. I'm a reminder to just let you know to not waste your precious time in dealing with nonsense and bullshit and stupid shit that's not going to impact you, that's not going to help you to grow, that's not going to get you money. That's because time is money, energy is money, everything is time that you fucking can't get back because you doing some shit that you ain't got nothing to do with you, right? So anywho, I'm gonna jump off of here and I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna cook dinner. I'm gonna start my dinner so I don't have to deal with it later on. And I'm probably gonna lay down because I have not been asleep. I'm probably gonna make dinner, finish vacuum my floor, and take me a bit of a nap, 3-hour nap, get back up, do my inventory because the rest of my inventory should be here. And I'm really excited about this inventory that's coming in today. So I did do something nice for myself and I'm really happy about that. I bought me a couple of outfits because I needed and deserved it. Well, I didn't necessarily need it, but I deserved it. I work hard and I wanted to get me a couple of outfits. So, anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm going to go ahead and go out with my intro. So play my intro, throw my commercial on here, and looking forward to, I shall be having another intro coming pretty soon. So, namaste.
You're watching Dr. Abira Sankofa #DRASK #Queen of Weirdos.
Death is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The cemeteries are full of people who've passed from a preventative illness. With the correct approach, you not only extend your chances of preserving your life, but you will improve the quality of your life with the natural approach. The earth provides energy healing herbs for the benefit of mankind.
Hello, I'm Amira Sankofa Kwali here at Ask Life Coaching Ministries. We're located at 1921 West Broadway. We've been in the healing business for over 20 years. To order my products, go to www.ask314life.com. I'm available 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. No machine.